Hey fantasy fans, I'd like to welcome you to the Week 3 wrap-up of NFL Fantasy Football. I'm the Michael Bluth of this show, Jamal 32, and this is my partner,
Mr. Robotone.
See what I did there? Like Michael Bluth holds the family together, I hold the show together. It's from Arrested Development, really great show before its time. It only went like 3 seasons. You'd be like Tobias, but like, whatever, we'll talk about it later. There's plenty to talk about this week in the league, so let's get to it. Well, if you didn't know already, there's a heated rivalry between Mario Martinez of Fantasy Football with a PH and Julia of Blast in a Glass. There's been a lot of Facebook mudslinging and trash talk between the two, and they never actually meet in the regular season, so a weekly award has been made and will be handed out to the team that scores the most points that week. Next, I want to give a big asco to Gracie Archuleta, who flew all the way to Spain last week to cover the fantasy action of La Tomatina. It doesn't occur until August the next year, so she's planning to go to Matador School in the meantime.
Let's go to Costco.
In other news, there was a trade this week between Fantasy Football with a PH and Louis Pui. Fantasy Football with a PH received Ryan Fitzpatrick and Ray Rice while giving up Michael Vick and Austin Collie in what the whole league saw as a lopsided trade.
Maybe he was sleep trading and that's why he accepted that trade.
Yep, that was a pretty bad move. I bet Mario Martinez would have traded Michael Vick for a carton of cigarettes and a bologna sandwich. Also, Blast in a Glass is looking for a running back and willing to trade a receiver or a QB. And she wanted to make it very clear that she wants only cute players, so ugly players need not apply.
Well, that rules out all the best ones. Ugly ones are the best because they have to play good so they can make a lot of money and find a gold digger to trap them and have their baby. Except for Ryan Matthews, I would totally go interspecies for him.
Daylaw has placed LaDainian Tomlinson on the trading block, looking for a starting receiver. Lastly, Louis Pui has put Michael Vick on the trading block, looking for anything.
I bet he will consider it for a crudely done prison tat. Louis once traded me his life savings, 4-5 jacks a yo-yo and my hubcap spinners. Best trade ever.
There has been yet another name change in the league. The team formerly known as the Legends is now the team formerly known as DITR. The newest team name is the Baydestrians.
Man, they change their name as much as Mitt Romney changes his stance on healthcare. Ayo.
Wow, political humor? That's what we're doing now? So we realize everyone is new to the league, so we decided to start a new segment called Who Dat? Who Dat? Who Dat said they gonna win this league? The plan is to introduce everyone to the team and their unique style and strategy to fantasy football success. And for our first team, we'll be visiting the newest team of the Baydestrians.
You know it's me, who it be, it's Range the main getter. Nigga hop inside the range with him, see how many gangs wanna hang with him. It be to think they getting fame women, and pretty misses who know I'm a giant like Ryan Dane in it. Them thugged out slinging cane women, but no doubt.
The ice cream man drive around selling a little bit more than ice cream.
First nigga that did it, don't let nobody else tell you no bull, man. Cool, we got cream.
With no L, no white, man, I'm out. This that dog shit, fuck it in that 2-dope bucket with them swisher sweet drop.
That really wasn't no sucker, they just walked.
Yeah, no white to play.
It sounds like what?
Well, you want to woo-woo? It's that woo-woo.
Neymar.
Well, Pam, city residents have been told this noise is perfectly legal, so tomorrow they hope to start the process to change the law.
I can't concentrate when it goes on for hours.
Some neighbors are saying way too loud.
That's only in the morning. He supposed to be up cooking breakfast or somebody, and so that's like an alarm clock. Woo-woo!
Decoration. That's it. And that's all, man. We do it for decoration.
Let me show you, baby, I'm a talented boy.
Rick Rock, you got another one, right? Come on. Rick Rock.
I don't see how any of that helps them with fantasy football, but at least I know that they do actually wear the chaps.
Man, that really gets me going. You never have to tell me when to go. So now let's get to the scores. Like all other teams in the Bay Baydestrians had a tough time dealing with De La, who was led by Wes Welker, who had a 41-point game and 200 yards.
White man can't jump but he can play receiver. Don't steal that. It's gonna be the title to my new screenplay.
Doomsday Daddy's background as a cheerleader has definitely paid off for him as he starts a streak and moves to 3-0, with a routine win over BTMEforlife.com. He was boosted by a 30-point game from Matthew Stafford.
I think the plug thing is actually working. I'm dying to know what is on that website now.
Nanoration crocheted their way to a win over Louis Pui because of a 35-point game from Drew Brees.
She probably crocheted a sleeping bag for Lou.
Fantasy Football with a PH lose another close one because of the Monday night and slide to 0-3 with a loss to the Convicts.
What is the opposite of a fantasy?
A nightmare?
Yeah, that's what their team is. Nightmare with a PH.
The Squires look like they're a long ways from knighthood with a loss to That's How I Sproles. That's How I Sproles get their first win because of a 15-point game from their kicker, Neil Rackers.
Why not? That's how I'm Maurice Jones-Drew.
You really gotta get over that, man. The Jets fly just high enough to be preeminent and improve to 2-1.
I wish I was programmed in preeminent times. I would have head up at T-Rex, and I would have rode my pterodactyl all over Pangea.
Blast into glass, blast through the dopest, shattering their confidence like it were glass. I'm just happy we don't have to say that they're technically still able to call themselves the dopest, because we knew that was never true.
I will just say it now, they suck.
So it's about that time to hand out some hardware. The Lassie Bad Coach of the Week award goes to Louis Pui for trading away Fitzpatrick and Rice for Vic and Austin Collie. An actual collie would have been a better trade because at least they can tell you when things are stuck in a well or in a burning building. What was that, boy? Pop-Pop stuck in the mine shaft? What'd you say, boy? Someone doesn't know how to trade, boy? Woof. Woof. The Bring It On Coach of the Week award goes to Doomsday Daddy for being the lone team to go 3-0. Brr. It's cold in here. There must be some toros in the atmosphere. The It Takes Two Team of the Week award goes to the team of De La for scoring the most points this week. It shows that De La is the orphan Olsen twin who's really good at baseball and stuff. And the rest of the league is like the rich stuck-up one who talks with a weird accent. This is from my stepmother who I absolutely adore. That's it for this week's edition of Fantasy Football. I'm Jamal 32.
And I'm Mr. Robotone.
And may all your football fantasies come true.
Dude, I've been said about breaking up with the trash compactor, so I just hooked up with this hand weaving machine, and I don't even like hippies.